Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The message behind saying the title of the Heavyweight Podcast is to be able to say that we can weigh in on some heavy shit. You know, what we're talking about is important from every aspect of it. It's a heavy weight. It's not just about physical weight, but the weight of things that can weigh our minds. So I think it's dope that we can have this conversation.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen? This is episode 163 of the Heavyweight Podcast.
Yeah.
I am your anti-social host, Stutter McFly, back again with this special guest, this lady, and these two guys. Go ahead and state your beautiful names for the beautiful people out here.
I'm Jack, the seam ripper. Jack, the seam ripper.
The seam ripper.
What
Seam
seams
ripper.
are you ripping? Like dress seams?
It was my shorts, my swim trunks ripped. Found out they're a little too short, or too small.
Oh, God.
Trying to get on a surfboard.
Oh,
Like a real one.
like Beyonce?
Like a real
okay.
surfboard. Like,
Please. I was like, y'all here surfboarding?
yeah, and then I jumped in the pool. My wife was like, what happened to your shorts? Your whole ass is... Oh, well.
It's your boy Molito.
How did you... Yeah, keep going.
Oh, it's your girl Des the Diva.
And it's Miss Lady.
Miss Lady's back.
Welcome back.
We should call you D-Gaff after, because see, you like to say you don't give a fuck all the goddamn time.
Then we can be Miss DeGaff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Good name.
A
My
new
shorts
word.
didn't rip.
How
Good.
are you?
Really good.
Bust
40.
open.
I'm 40 now.
You're
you know?
40?
That was
How
good.
do you feel 40?
I feel 39. But now I can say I'm 40.
That's what's
You
up.
showed
You know how we do.
I've been 40.
Motherfucker, I'm 40. You like,
So
I ain't doing that shit.
when you go home, do you say it's the 40-40 club?
nah, hell no.
No.
No, I gotta try to act like I'm 26 when I come in the house. These kids is running. Floor is lava every day.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So the week's good though.
The week's interesting. I had to do some arguing on my birthday, but it was good to get it out
What type of argument?
with work.
Oh, okay.
I had to do some yelling. I was like, I don't ever yell
Wait,
at y'all,
you worked
but I'm gonna
on-
yell at y'all.
You worked on your birthday?
No, I didn't work on my birthday, but they had a meeting because they did some bullshit, and I was like, well, I'm already getting paid. Let me chime in on this. So we'll see. We'll see how they respond to my what I said.
Did you use a stern voice or did you use?
It was a lot of stern, but it was I was letting them know they suck.
In those exact words.
It was close. It was close.
You kept it professional though.
Yeah, because one of the guys he was trying to keep it professional. Like, nah, that's fucked up. Like, this bullshit. And I was like, yo, this ain't gonna get the point across. So we'll see if he has a job.
Oh.
Nah, he will.
Hopefully.
He will.
Is he white?
Nah, he's he Mexican.
He's going to have a job. It's fine.
It's going to be real on the fence, though. Like
Was that a joke?
like he said, I don't
On the fence? Wow, that's a racist joke.
I didn't even mean to say
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Got your chops.
God. I'm going to fuck around and get canceled. I'm going to be quiet.
You can't get canceled.
Nah.
If they ain't cancel me, you fine.
But yeah, that's my week. Going good though. I'm sweating like a motherfucker. What Mike Tyson say? Like a pimp with one hoe?
Them chickens ain't clucking like they used to. My week was cool, man. Just hustle. Been somewhat in my creative bubble, trying to figure shit out. We got new things coming. So
That's what's up.
I like it.
That's what's up.
Might be a
Des?
paper trail.
My week was cool. I just been getting ready for the 21st, writing some jokes. Definitely hope to see all of you guys there on the 21st for these two guys' birthday at the venue.
Yeah.
Yep. Be there.
You might as well just come, because I don't know if I'm going to be funny or not. You're either going to laugh
You will
or
be.
laugh at me. So
will
you might as well just come and see what I do.
either way, you made them laugh, so you won.
That's true.
Either way.
That's true.
Man, you are full of them today.
What?
I love that for you.
I'm excited, y'all.
I love that
I'm just
for
trying to
you.
be supportive, you
I
know.
like it. I like it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I like it.
I mean, she almost a friend. Maybe a couple more.
Almost. a friend.
Almost.
Am I getting there?
There's levels to this
Yeah,
shit.
you like a cousin right now.
You've moved up. You've moved up. That's something.
I'm getting there. I appreciate that.
That's good. That's good. I like that.
And then my week,
Yeah,
good. I have no complaints. Works always good. Same bullshit, different day. As far as parenting, my daughter almost lost her life, but she almost always does. Oh, she's a little me. And so when she's trying to get her point across, she was like, I was like, I've invented that. Stop. And so everybody kind of has like a cue with their kids before shit hits the fan. My cue to her is, so this is what we're doing. And then if it gets to, so this is what the fuck we're doing. And it got there. And I just was like, you're about to get your ass snatched up.
You
So-
almost took her life.
Yeah, that was way
We-
different.
we-
I was like, wait, what happened? And you're like, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you almost did this.
We're not able to do the podcast from Robert Presley, so you can't
No,
go to jail.
no.
We're not able to put the equipment in there.
Yeah. But
I mean,
we might be
A
able
phone
to
call,
sponsorship. We
Yeah.
can do some stuff.
Nah.
a collect call.
No.
I mean, we got the capabilities.
This is a collect call from the inmate.
Yeah, don't kill her.
Oh, Afton's calling that. Huh?
No. So if you see my number pop up, you know what the call is for late night.
Come get you.
Yeah, but other than that, the week was cool. Went to Universal Halloween Hunt yesterday. Wild.
No, cool.
Wild.
Nice.
So there were some celebrities there too that were just shitty people.
I mean, who was it? No, don't say it.
No, I'm not going
Don't
to
say it.
because
But tell me off the thing because I
for
do want to
sure.
know who you saw.
There was a couple rappers there and an actor.
I love a good rapper.
Mm-hmm. So
A lot of people say they're rappers. They shouldn't.
A lot of people say they rappers in the end, but I still love a good rapper.
I don't think I'm a rapper anymore.
You are.
You a rapper.
You're an
so-
artist.
Come on, knock it off,
You're right.
bro. Like,
You're an artist.
I'm just a guy.
a legend, a local legend.
yes.
I'm a host.
How was your week, rapper?
It was warm.
Shit,
You ain't
fuck
lying.
that. Look at me.
Want
Yeah,
to say that.
pop the Molly.
Never mind. I won't say I wish, but it would make more sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you.
Get that random.
The week was work, heat, 2K, work, research, prep.
That's what's up.
That's
Back to it.
and back to it again. And again, September 21st, the venue, Grand Terrace, Des the Diva. She will be doing a set. And it's
Yep.
going to be a 27-minute set.
I mean, bottom line, if I'm not funny with the shit I wrote, I'm gonna start making fun of some of y'all that I know. So just be prepared, okay? If I say some shit that hurt your feelings, I still love you.
I believe her.
I'm serious.
Is your mama gonna be at the show?
My mom literally told me if I'm not funny and no one laughs to start making fun of her. She literally told me. Just
That's
start-
love.
She said, "We're used to you. Just start making fun of us."
I'm gonna buy your mama a drink.
That's,
She
yeah,
was
that's
like,
not-
"You got this. Just start making fun of us. We're used to you."
That part.
Kevin Wendell's going to put on a set. He's headlining.
I don't know if I'm gonna do that. We'll see how I do it.
No, you don't get to. You don't know if you're gonna do that because I don't get to. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. You'll be up there.
Yeah.
You gonna get up there?
You gotta, but you gotta
No,
put your time in, girl.
you got to get up there too. You gotta get up there too.
He said seniority.
Why? Because he's older?
You
No,
still
I've
getting
paid
up?
some
No, you
dues.
can pay this
I've
dude.
paid some
This
dues
a
in
real
this
comedian
motherfucking
over
shit.
here. I'm a baby. This a real comedian over here. You have to do it though. Because
Oh, it'll be fun.
I'm
It'll be-
inspired to do it because of you. So you got to get up there and do
You,
it.
the people there, you'll be real inspired. I promise.
You
I'll be
got-
up there. I'm gonna tell some jokes. A couple.
Yeah, you got to. You're performing as well, correct? Don't play with me.
I might even like just be the host and bring you up. I don't know. We'll see.
Why?
I'm
I should be the
I'm
host.
hosting.
Yeah.
I would like to host. I would
If,
host.
No,
if
you're not
words
hosting.
happen to
host
rhyme,
joke,
that's
host
fine.
joke, host joke.
I did it there.
You gotta get your stand up chops.
It's talent.
Just comes naturally.
It'll be fun. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna do just fine.
For sure.
We'll see.
You're not gonna have silence. No. Trust me.
You're
funny.
We will definitely see. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You'll see Dukes from the South.
Yes, you will. And if you ain't seen them yet, come see them.
There's gonna be milk there too.
Go, bitch.
Diesel 5K1, Kid Dryden. The words, the names escape me. Kid Dryden, Quincy Jones.
Quincy.
Go.
Come see him too,
There's
y'all.
milk there for that. Anyway,
Are you having
Go.
your friend come? The one that used to do your podcast?
Girl, I'll turn this mic off.
Sierra Renee, Dan Johnson,
Yeah,
Dietrich
Dan.
Shelton.
for shizzle.
Yep.
Personal.
That's where it started at.
You didn't watch the last episode.
That's where it started.
Oh,
We'll talk about
So yeah, we'll get into the shenanigans. This is curated by Des the Diva. It is called When It's Enough. Enough. These are questions that were given to her by people that DM'd her. So
Thank you.
This is why these questions are being asked. You might hear similar topics that we've went over, but this is very specific. So let's go ahead and get into it. Given what we know about mental health and self-preservation, is there a for better or for worse meter?
Yes. If your mental health is compromised, I don't think you should have to continue with the marriage. If it's not fixable, if you can go to what is that, marriage counseling, and work on it, then okay. But if your mental health is compromised and you're the only one putting in the effort, yeah, you ain't have to stay. I don't think I don't believe in it for better or for worse anyway. So
it sounds like the person that asked the questions tapped out. Or are they trying to?
I believe that the person that asked me that question is already.
Oh, so it's over. Okay.
All
right.
But and she said it, and she on the post, and I think she was just asking just for like clarity of what other people think. But I think she's already.
Yeah, I guess if you've exhausted all other options,
yeah,
that's if you're not going to put up the fight. So if it's gone, then
yeah,
I guess it's gone.
Where does your limit lie? Like your meter, if you had one?
Oh.
Is it like the disrespect happened, or does it just like where you just realized?
Oh no, I haven't had a point to where I'm like, I'm leaving this shit. Like, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
I've had some shit where I'm like, hey, yo, what the fuck? But never push me to nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So
I personally think when you check out emotionally and physically, there's not much more you can do. And I mean, there's other things that add up to it, but I just know, like, because I got divorced and it was not a good situation. And like he had said, when you exhaust all of your options, there's nothing more you can do. And mental health is super important because if you're going to put yourself in a compromising situation where you're going to put your hands on somebody, you need to be done and tap out.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And
I can see that. If you're risking jail time or that, because I think I noticed in past situations, if I act out a character, that's when you know it's time to check out.
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sure.
if you could rewrite a current traditional vows, would you include for better or worse, or would you add something else to your vows?
I don't think everybody's vows should be the same. I think that people should lean more towards writing their own vows so they could be specific to what their marriage is.
What would your vows say?
Not no damn for better or for worse, because I don't like that. I don't believe in that part. Because it depends on what the worst is. If the worst is like we're getting older, we're losing our parents, we're, those type of things that happen to everybody, okay, then I can stick with you through that. But if the worst is you sent the representative to meet me and then now you're an asshole because you're done sending your interview person, because that's how I compute it when you first meet somebody.
Okay.
And now I'm learning who you are and it's pissing me off. It's only so much worse I'm going to be able to do.
yeah. I guess I think I take the worst for a different part than that, because I take the worst for like the worst. Like, nobody wants to think about that, but like, say you do lose a child.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Are you willing to put that up? You have to be willing to put that up. That's better or worse. So I take it that way. I don't take it on the other shit. Like, that other shit is like, you're going to have your ups and downs. So I take the worst for the shit like that. It's not always going to be good. Are you willing to fight? That's where I look at it. So that's, I don't know. I guess we see it different, but I see what you're saying on that. Like
you got to also remember, I'm being asked these questions from the state of mind that I'm in now, and I probably, if I feel better, I might have a different answer. But today, I'm like, hell no.
Yeah.
I ain't doing none of it.
I'm telling you, your message in the group fucked me up when you stated it that way. I said, what the fuck does that mean?
Y'all know what the fuck I was talking about.
I had to read it like 5 times. I was like, you mean him? Like, what?
I refer to him like that to my mom too.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, I've never heard somebody refer to it that way.
Hey, I said what I said.
But I think that for better or for worse statement is circumstantial and based on the relationship. It is.
I hate it.
It's kind of like drug out, if you ask me.
Yes.
I mean, you do make a good point that, you know, people are going to be at their low, people are going to be at their high. But at the same time, I think that, like, for me, if I was going to write vows, I'd be like, don't forget to get in the ring and fight with me. Period.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Because everybody, when you see a fight happen, it takes 2 people. If you don't have 2 people equally fighting for the same thing, it's going to be a failure.
That's true.
Because you have to remember to fight for your significant other, whether they are at their low or whether they are at their high. It's about what you fight for and reminding them that they're worth it.
Very true.
So,
Hey, man.
Yeah.
What's up?
You
Mr.
quiet.
Traditional. Like, this is your.
I was just listening, and then I was going to say something. Then he asked the question, so I just.
Oh, you can go back. I mean, I'm just flowing.
I believe in for better or for worse. My thought process is similar to Kevin's. It's more so related to the rough times in life. Like, I feel like the other things, those are part of other vows, like infidelities, like love, honor, and cherish, right? Stuff like that. For better or for worse, I feel like it's just when you go through times in life where life ain't good. Sometimes you're going to be here. Everybody's firing on all cylinders. Everything you're riding that high, but then in life you're going to dip. And I think for better or worse means like, can you withstand the dip? Can you still look across the bed or across the table with the person and realize and see the person you fell in love with? Because a lot of times, and my wife will attest to this, like we've both gone through situations to where it's like, I don't like your ass right now, but I love you. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to hold on to this part and we're going to get through this, because eventually, again, time's going to heal everything. Right. But again, like Kevin was saying, it has to be similar to what Afton was saying. It has to be work on both sides. Like we would both have to be working towards something. But I do often find, like, to say what Dad said about the representative, right? That's every relationship, because when you meet someone and there's a attraction there or any type of thing, you're going to send the best version of yourself, right? Yeah. But then you have to understand that people start to show you who they are once they're comfortable. So there's a level of trust already established once they start to show you who they are. Mm-hmm. And my take is always address the issues before they're an issue. So address it the first time, because once a behavior or an action is showed that you don't necessarily agree with, if it's not confronted then and you allow it to go on for some years, and now all of a sudden you got a problem when it's like, hey, what is this? Like, I've been doing this for X amount of time, right? And I understand that people grow at different rates. And you may have been cool with it then, but like you can say, well, where I'm at now in my journey, this doesn't resonate with what I'm doing, right? So, I feel like in that situation, if it's meant to be, you guys work that out. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe in for better or worse.
Yeah. I just know that in my frame of mind, I'm thinking, I'm gonna stick to my original answer. If I'm acting out of character to the point that I do something that's so out of pocket that I don't recognize myself in that moment, that's my limit. Because I feel like at the end of the day, even when we're talking about, like when you brought up loss of a child, if I know for it the fact we're both dealing with the same grief, how do we kind of coach each other through this grief, because at the end of the day, it's both of you dealing with that grief. So it's like, for me, when I look at the better for worse, I am looking at the opposite side of it, because I get how a loss of a child or something that, as an example, would be like something where it's like, it's hard to not think of the loss and look at the other person. But at the same token, I have to always take into account, especially me being as logical as I am, I have to understand we're both dealing with that same grief. So I could never look at that and say that would be because at the end of the day, we're both dealing with the same fucking grief. So for me, it's if someone makes you act out of character and you literally don't recognize yourself anymore, that's where my limit hits, or my meter hits, or my better for worse or vows. That would be in my vows. Is like, it's just knowing that at the end of the day, if me and you aren't on the same page as far as I'm acting like I'm doing some shit that ends up catching me a case, like I got to know when to tap out, know when to fold them. So moving on, has there been a time in a relationship that stress has made you feel physically sick?
I'm sure, yeah.
Daily.
I'm sure. I don't know any specifics, but
let's go in specifics.
Let me throw. Nigga, I'm 40. Like, what are you talking about?
Everything makes me sick. I think I sipped this energy drink about 6 times, and I think I'm sick from the energy drink. Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, I think I've had like financial shit, like where it's just like having a family and then having shit where you're like, damn, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Like, I don't want to lose all this shit. So it's like,
that is a fucking
the pressure is.
You get that one fucking crazy bill where you're like, I didn't expect that to happen right now, and you're like, fuck, and you get like sick. Like that shit's
the stress.
That shit is sickening.
Yeah, stress is daily.
Yeah,
daily. And there's no even when you distract yourself, it creeps back in, and you're reminded.
It's like a fucking stress journey. Like, damn near, you go from you're stressing about what just dropped in your lap, you're stressing to the point you can't sleep. Then lack of sleep turns into something else. Now you're unfocused, stressed. You're just a fucking mess. Now you're sick from a multitude of things. It could be from
sleep deprivation, all that shit.
God damn, this triggered me. Can we move on?
I was going to just say the worst part about all that is when you're stressed, but you have to be present at the same time. So I'm stressed. I'm worried about 3,000 things, but I have to smile because my daughter's in front of me. I have to take her to somewhere and act like I'm okay. Talk to other people, act like you're okay. That's the worst part, because people are you're putting on, like you said, the camouflage. You're putting on a mask. The mask, what you're really feeling, what you're really going through, so that you're not, the sour person in the group, because, at a certain point you realize everybody's going through something at different levels.
What's funny is I take that sometimes as a plus when I do things like that. I'm like, well, at least I got that shit off. Like, I take small victories out of, I know it's a weird thing to take a small victory out of, but got to find the ups and downtime. So that's what I do. It's pretty, like, damn, I didn't fall apart in front of everybody.
Because being the best version of yourself at work, being the best version of yourself at home, never ends.
Oh yeah, at work, they ain't getting that. They gonna
you get what you get,
and you don't throw a fit.
27 minutes late.
Yeah.
Might as well make it 45. Might as well get some meat.
You the nigga that pull up late with Starbucks in your hand, huh?
Hey, I am.
I can't even tell you the story on that stuff. I learned that shit in the Navy. People say you can't be late in the Navy. I was late in the Navy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was like 5 hours late before.
Oh, shit.
Brought some chicken.
Oh.
Anywho, I'm digressing. Sorry.
It made me think about our coworker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
Captain Late.
He's white, but he got some nigga tendencies.
Oh.
And
what's his name?
one day he's always late.
We're not gonna say his name.
He's always late, right? And it was one day, I thought, you know the story. We were driving and we were both about to be on time or early, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. He's about to be on time today. That's what's up. This motherfucker gets into the left-hand turn lane to go to Farmer Boys. And I said, motherfucker.
I heard that.
I asked him later that day. He goes, yeah, well, I figured, what's another 20 minutes if I got to get my breakfast burrito? I said, shit.
Has it been written up or anything?
No.
Oh yeah, then fuck it. He's doing it right. Why you got showing up on time?
Right.
But if I could get to that point or that state of mind where I'm just, fuck it.
It's pretty cool.
It's so hard.
But do you think it's
pretty cool.
wrong to have that state of mind?
Absolutely
The
not.
way he's doing it, no.
Wow.
At work or in a relationship?
To me,
No.
it's
It depends on how much you're paying.
It's not wrong.
it's him.
It's not.
Whatever
It's not.
I can get away with.
Yeah.
If you're gonna let me get away with it, then we're cool with it. That
don't-
means we're both cool with this.
I don't think it's wrong. It's just, being on time has been hammered into me since I was
Yeah.
so small. I
but
can't.
Once I started watching them fools show up and take 2-hour lunches, I was like, oh,
looking at
fuck you guys.
Really? Like,
But being on time has been hammered into me too. But my biggest thing is with what I do, because the fact that I work through my lunch and I work off the clock, I don't care.
Oh, I'm not working with the clock.
No,
Well-
or through the lunch.
But that's the wild thing about it, because with the state, they care about us clocking in and clocking out. They don't care
Yeah, I
if
was
you're
gonna say,
working.
you shouldn't be saying that on camera. You take your lunch on time.
But no, but
She
I
retracts that
am that
last
person
comment.
that will show up at
LP1.
9:45 with Starbucks in their hand and not care.
Yeah.
I will tell people that I work with, I'll see you at 9:30 and show up at 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
And
I'm
not
good at my
care.
job. That's how I feel.
That's how I feel too.
Yeah.
You never have a phone call about me. So don't trip.
But you take your lunches on time, right?
Mhm.
And you
Every
don't
day.
work off the clock,
Absolutely, yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Clean that right up.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be that guy,
Oh shit.
but I'm going to be that guy.
What's this mean?
I'm going to skip through the rest of the questions and get to the one that I want to know.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Because I feel like we've dealt with the rest of them
Before.
before. So,
If we have time, we'll double back.
do you consider a narcissistic behavior as a level of a relationship abuse?
Yes.
Do you have an example?
Not that I want to say on the camera.
Go ahead. This is a free, non-judgment zone here at the Heavyweight Podcast. Go ahead, Des.
Because when you have narcissistic behaviors, you're always making your partner second guess themselves. That's a form of abuse, like literally. Because your partner's sitting there constantly. They may be right, but because of the narcissistic behaviors, you have them thinking they're wrong. That's abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Like in every form, like dead ass. That's abuse. That's abusive as fuck.
Oh.
Gaslighting is abusive too.
Yes.
It is.
You don't,
Pretty much anything you do to me and I might need therapy after, that shit's abuse.
Hey, I can't speak. Can't speak. Oh shit.
Yeah, I definitely. What do you think?
I definitely think it is, because gaslighting is almost like ghosting. You're not validating anybody's feelings. You're literally sitting there saying, my feelings matter. Fuck your feelings. And I'm going to make you feel bad because you don't agree with how I feel.
Yeah.
And at some point, when a person doesn't get heard over and over and over, and you're not validated, it turns into misjudgment, misconception, and then you second guessing yourself. And second guessing yourself can spiral down into something even bigger with your mental health.
Yeah.
What you said that was key is validation. People think that when you validate someone that you're saying they're correct. That's not right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're not saying they're correct. What you're doing is you're validating their feelings.
Absolutely.
Because even if their feelings or their outlook is not the same as yours, it's still their reality.
Yep.
So you can say, hey, okay, I understand. You feel this way. This is how you see it. This is how I see it. But I'm going to acknowledge how you see it. Now we need to just figure out, how can we get this picture to look the same? But you do have to acknowledge and validate, because when you don't validate, I think that's when they start going crazy.
Yeah.
And someone that has been like clinically diagnosed as a narcissist, not somebody we're just calling a narcissist because it's one of the words on the internet today. When you've been clinically diagnosed, they know what they're doing. They're fully aware that they're doing this to you. It's abuse. You know that. Anytime you make a decision to make somebody's life harder in that way, you're abusing them.
It's that mental and emotional abuse.
Yeah.
Period.
Emotional abuse is way worse than physical abuse,
Absolutely.
because
Absolutely.
emotional abuse is going to
God.
linger with you.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a narcissistic story to share?
Oh, my wife is great.
It doesn't even have to be a relationship.
I'm not
narcissist.
thinking like relationships. I was just thinking gaslighting. I'm like, shit, everybody gaslight when they trying to fuck. Like, what you talking about? What the fuck are you guys talking about? But we talking relationships. It's like,
You ain't lying.
but yeah, I think I say that a lot in arguments. Is like how you were saying the validation and all that. It's like, I'm not going to tell you how to feel. Like, I can't control that. And you should feel how you feel. I don't feel how you feel. Mm-hmm. And that's okay. We don't have to agree. That's fine. But I think that's how it should go. I guess I've been lucky to not have to deal with shit like that. So I don't really know how that feels, I guess. I don't know.
I think over the last couple of years with my maturity and my personal healing, and that's why I'm able to stay calm in a lot of situations because I understand what's happening inside of me. So I know when and where to address something. And I think that a lot of times that bothers people because I'll let you get your shit off. That don't mean I'm going to respond. Mm-hmm. Because my response right now is going to be, it's going to be on some evil shit. Mm-hmm. It ain't going to be truthful. It might be truthful, but it's not going to come from a good place. A certain someone figured that out recently, but, I got you. God. But it's like, once I was able to calm down and I explained the situation in the details and I go back, and I go back and I explain what things means, how things are, you know what I'm saying? And then once I get to that point, now we can have a common understanding, you know what I'm saying? So I think I've learned, for me personally, I've learned that to not address things when I'm not ready to address things. Yeah. And I think the biggest problem with validation is people think they need to be validated in the moment.
Immediately.
But if I'm not in the headspace to validate you and you're pushing it towards me, you're going to get the exact opposite of what you're looking for. Because now I'm going to take this rub roll spike and just go ahead and finish it off and just make sure it goes all the way through, because you're not going to force me to engage in anything that I'm not prepared for.
Yeah. And I've learned to shut the fuck up sometimes.
That was really good. That's something I need to work on, because I do want you to validate me right then and there. And everything you just said made perfectly good sense. That's definitely something.
Because you have to let the person get to a point where they've calmed down. Because if you're not calmed down, you're not operating from a good space. You're operating from the anger or hurt or whatever the case may be. You're not operating from a place of clarity in that moment, because you feel, if I feel attacked, you feel attacked. And now you're like, no, I can't be honest with you, because I'm in self-defense mode. Right. So I don't care what you have to say, because now I'm spending all my energy defending myself. Like, hold up, nigga, like, you can just calm down. So let me walk away. Let me do whatever I got to do. It could be 10 minutes. It could be 10 days. It could be 10 months. But we'll have this conversation when I'm ready to have a conversation, because normally what I do is, like, I go, like I said, I go talk to mostly my wife or people I trust, and I'll hear their opinions, and then I'll say, okay, this is an unbiased opinion. So let me process. Okay, well, maybe, okay. And then I finally determine how I feel. So now I can address you from a place where I'm not going to be attacking you and I'm not going to feel attacked, because I've already accepted how I feel. And so nothing you can say can move me off my spot.
But
that's good stuff.
The funny part too is, like, how you were talking about processing. Like, sometimes people don't respect the process. Because I know for me, when I'm sad, happy, whatever the case may be, but more importantly, like, pissed off, I need to process so I don't say anything I don't mean, because we all know you can't take stuff back once it's said. Mm-hmm. And so that's where people, like, either they ride with you while you're processing or they don't, because you made a valid point. You want validation right then and there, but you know that about yourself.
Right. And I also don't say shit I don't mean. If I said it, that's the fuck I meant it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you meant it at the moment.
No, I mean, 10 months later, I mean that same shit. Definitely.
I don't believe all that.
It's the damn truth.
I think you might get clarity down the line. It might feel a little different.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Never?
Mm-mm.
You'll get there.
Ever?
Mm-mm.
You'll get there. I got faith in you.
I don't want to get there. I like where I'm at. I think about what I say before I say. I probably done already thought about what the hell
I answered.
What are you talking about?
These 3 or 4 questions in one fucking 5 minutes? That was good.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. They can answer. My bad. I'll shut up.
No.
you
And I'm
answered
saying
it.
in a bad way. I'm saying the way you. I didn't have to ask the question because you already answered the three in one.
I'll just shut up. I'll let
No,
you.
you're
No,
no. It's not bad. It's
I'll let
not bad. I'm
Cal talk.
saying
No, you're
good.
supposed to talk. You was over here dodging, so that's why I
Right.
said shut the fuck up. Start
You don't
talking.
want you don't want
Start
people come
talking.
to see the relationship advice from anyway. So you are supposed
So
to talk.
with the fourth question out of that string, can you describe a time when you successfully turned a conflict into a positive outcome?
That's the week. I know where now.
I can. The recent conflict.
That's what I was. Yeah.
I've done that. I've done many conflicts with my wife where we were just but a lot of times, like I said before, like if I'm defending myself, I'm not hearing her.
Mm.
So once I stop defending myself and just listen to her, I'm like, damn, she right. Fuck. Now I gotta go apologize. And
Yeah.
then I'll feel bad. Like I ain't shit.
See, I'm the opposite because she be seeing red, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? We ain't even arguing about that." Okay, and then like I like those when it gets to that, you're like, "You hear yourself?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you weren't even mad at me for that, but you brought that up. So you want me to do that, or you want me to do this? Which one? Like when you could turn that into a laugh and like, this is stupid.
Also, I also learned to let the argument be about the argument.
Yeah.
If you're arguing about
Yes.
A, it's not time. That's not the time to bring up B, C, D, E, F. Let's figure out A first.
Keep to the track of what you're arguing about.
They move the goalposts. Yeah.
We're talking about this. Let's figure this out, and then that might actually explain the rest of it. But let's stay here. And I mean that's something because but when you're being defensive,
It jumps
and
around.
you feel like you're being attacked, so you're throwing everything at them that you can to try to validate yourself, because when they're not validating you, then you're spending most of your time trying to validate yourself.
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes you gotta let that shit breathe.
That's just circular.
I can't recall how many conversations or debates or arguments when you start hearing, but what about this? And then, all right, since we're talking about that, if you get to that point, shut the fuck up and listen.
Yeah.
God damn, like, don't start moving the goalposts. Now we're never going to have an ending in this conflict because now if you can't get it there, you're going to come looking for it here. Then you're going to go over there. Then you're going to jump over there. And now you can't get to an ending resolution to anything.
Now, a lot of times what works for me and my wife is we go, if we bring something to each other, our first response is like, okay, are we discussing this or am I here just to listen to you?
Mm.
Because if I'm here just to listen, I ain't gonna say shit. I'm gonna let you get it off, and then you can get it off your chest and walk away. I'm gonna walk away, and then maybe we'll discuss it later. But that also something that I think couples and people in general, even with friendships, like if you got it, okay, just get off your chest. I'm not gonna say shit. You want me to listen to you, or you want me to respond? Like even when you come to me with advice, I'm like, hey, are you looking for advice on the situation, or do you just want to vent to me? Because if you want to just vent, I'm gonna just sit here and listen. But if you want advice, just know I might say some shit that don't resonate with you. Because I'll tell a friend real quick, no, nigga, you was wrong. No, you fucked up. Like she not crazy or he not crazy in this instance, right?
Yeah.
So that's why you gotta set that ground. Am I listening or do you want my advice?
That makes complete sense.
That's a real friend.
Mhm. It is. Because you're going to give your opinion and you're going to be honest and you're going to be blunt.
Yeah.
And sometimes people can't take the truth. And then when they can't accept the truth, then it turns into, well, I don't fuck with you. Like it turns into all kinds of bullshit because people don't want to accept the truth.
And
The
everybody
truth
know
is.
I'll say what I mean, and if you don't like it, you ain't gotta talk to me. I'm gonna go home, cut my PlayStation on, and be happy.
Mm-hmm.
It don't bother me at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say it.
Say it.
In a recent conflict, right?
Oh goddamn.
I'm a logical person. I've said this many a time. I'm a logical person. When I say something, especially in a particular situation that was happening, it was based on facts and what I see, not an attacking sense or attacking instance, but to see what I'm seeing. If in response is met with agitation or a rebuttal or a quick, but what about this and that, which is what we're talking about right now. Like Mo just pointed out, it is very important for people to understand that in those moments, sometimes you gotta let shit breathe. Don't try to come with some sort of Hail Mary, showing up randomly at somewhere and think that it's gonna go well, especially if you want a different outcome. sometimes it is best for people to, like Mo said, let cooler heads prevail. Let shit breathe. Get to a better resolution. I think no. Should I say anything else?
You say what you want to say. I'll say this. As someone who has personally dug their own hole many times in their life, I learned from my own mistakes. Sometimes just shut the fuck up, double back when everybody's calmed down.
Yeah.
And if they don't want to address it, we'll address it when everybody's ready to address it.
But like you pointed out as well, you don't want to say something hurtful.
Mm-hmm. Or where you can't come back.
You can't come back or can't take it back, what's being said. So it's like, it's very important for people, and this is just not directed at anyone, but as a whole, just be smart about how you approach things. Because at the end, it could hurt you way more than it helps you, because in life, it's short. We live with a lot of regret. Pain is inevitable. Mm-hmm. And sometimes friends can become foe.
Yeah. And also, when you say shit while you're angry, I was just mad when I said, yeah, you were mad when you say it, but there's some truth to that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it wouldn't have came out of your mouth if there wasn't some truth to that. Like it may not be 100% truth, but when you say something to me and when you're in anger, my mind takes it as, okay, so if you ever get to there, then it's 100% true. Like it may not be true now, but if I get that far on your bad side, then that's where it's at. So that's why when you say something to me, I pay it. Okay, all right. I'm not gonna forget that shit.
So
it goes back to like when people say, "I was drunk. I didn't mean it." Yes, you did.
Angry or drunk.
Mm-hmm. You mean what you said. And period.
I'm bad at letting people breathe sometimes because, like, I feel like I process shit real quick, and like I can deal with the emotions real fast, and then I almost expect people to be in that same vein.
You expect them to be on your
end. I'm just like, well, like, I need time. And I'm like, that's shit I work on. So,
and I'm not saying this to be like the easy. I'm just saying this is a form of reflection and growth. Just remember, sometimes you gotta let shit breathe.
Absolutely. It's like when you type something on Facebook, don't just post it. Just read it real quick and let it sit for 15 minutes.
At the very least.
I'm the opposite. I say what the fuck I feel just to get it out. Because again, I say even in the post, most motherfuckers that can actually get in touch with me can get in touch with me. Everybody else, it ain't like you can get in touch with me. So whatever the fuck I say, I'm just letting it fly.
It's not easy to get in touch with this nigga. This nigga clocks out. His phone is on do not disturb from the moment he clocks out.
So
I'm on the podcast with him and don't know his number. So yeah, it ain't easy to get hold of this nigga.
I'm a very, very detached individual. If the people that know me can get in touch with me, everybody else has to, like, there's a process. There's a levels. And some people have burnt those bridges, but like I said, there's no ill will towards anyone. It's just I'm a very detached person. That's how I keep my peace. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, this has been episode 163 of the Heavyweight Podcast.
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody that rocks with us, past, present, future.
Yes, thank you.
Like, subscribe, share, comment.
All that shit.
Till next time, we love you and peace.
Peace.
It's a wrap. That's all she wrote, folks. Thanks for tuning in once again. You can check us out on all streaming platforms. Click like, subscribe, leave some comments. You know what I'm saying? Is it Monday yet? Hello. Every Monday, you got new episodes, so tune in. Have a blessed one.